Vigilante Wiz here on another episode of really nothing. I guess on the channel. It's not an episode. It's an impromptu stream. Stream that's impromptu about Simu Liu, who I probably misspelled his name on Twitter. It's late. It is 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am on the East Coast of the United States. And you're probably like, Vigilante, what the fuck are you doing up? Did you just do a cultural crime fighter stream a few hours ago? I did. And I'm up because I'm stupid. Happened to partake of what's called a plant. And then I went to go get me, I was feeling a bit peckish. So I rustled up some Wendy's. And on the way to Wendy's and from, and maybe it's because of that plant, there's a lot of memes about stuff like that. I just kept racking my brain about this Simu Liu thing and Shang Chi, and I kind of wanted to talk about the culture crime fighters, but I didn't really I didn't know what angle I really wanted to come at it. It was just noticing something's off. That's why I jokingly have Simu Liu versus the All Right. I'm not calling anyone outright. That's a joke. That's the joke. That's a joke. Hopefully, the All Right thing is not screwing up the algorithm or something. It probably is. Who knows? Like I said earlier in the week, actually it was Saturday, I believe. Saturday, yeah, it was live Saturday night. Which is not Saturday Night Live. So I said that I'm gonna be doing things differently. One of the things I'm gonna start doing differently is not care about being a YouTuber and worry, and that because that's a huge worry. Worrying about algorithm and then clips and this and growth and subs and metrics and I can't do that shit no more. I don't have the space to do it, and I got other things in my life that are now occupying the space. I'm not in the same mental position, and unfortunately, not even the same physical position. I got weight down, but that I was when I started the channel. I need to stop acting like I am, and as a result, I need to not pour that much into it, and it makes it. Was a fun thing, not so fun. And you guys are awesome as far as support. I know nobody's up now, except my man Ascension Dildo. Hey, Ascension. Are you Ray? What's going on? I just had a hits blunt thought that I had to stream one because I've been wondering, like, man, it feels like Simu Liu and Shang Chi there's been a little bit extra sauce. That's why I got is Simu Liu versus All Right. It's a joke. I feel like in the community, the fellowship, and the extended, you know what I mean? A lot of big channels, medium, small, everybody is just attacking old Simu Liu. And Essential Dildo just got up, so I appreciate you having a good Croatian wake and bake on me. And Brutal Morning Wood always popping up when least inspected. That's how Brutal Morning Wood works. But I felt like, man, this Simu Liu thing, why is there so much hate? Simu Liu, correct me if I'm wrong, he's not attacked the fans in any way, right? The only people that I know that he's attacked is the CBC for Kim's Convenience, a show he was on, and I don't give a fuck about the CBC, and Bob Chapek, and everyone, oh, we know he's not racist. How the fuck do you know? Disney, the same company that used to hire Ike Perlmutter, who replaced Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle by saying no one can tell the difference, which is fucking ridiculous. And we're just supposed, Disney, this exec in Disney, he's just not racist just because. How do you know? Do you golf with the motherfucker? And by the way, Bob Chapek is the guy who tried to put, I really think he's right. I don't know. I don't know either way. But I'm not about to just automatically defend him. Especially because he's the guy who was the CEO when Rewriting Ripley was doing this thing. When I keep saying it, but when Marvel Comics kept talking shit to you, he's been the CEO of the Wokeify ESPN. They just let go Rachel Nichols, which is awesome. I think Max Kellerman's off First Take. But everybody still just took, basically his side, informally. Went after Simu Liu, and then people are reading these reviews are all they're all talking about representation. When has anyone cared about fucking critic reviews in the past like year and a half? Here's what it is. It's not alt-right, even though you may think that way. And by the way, jokes aside, I can see how somebody who's a normie would be like, are you guys all like racist? Because all you do is guys are focusing on the fact that he's Asian and talking about how he talking shit to him because he wants Asian representation. I get how, like, because I felt like, man, how the fuck would I explain this to like a family member? Because I talk to people about my channel and shit. Like, how would I explain the way people are reacting to this story? They would look at me like I'm crazy. Like, are you in the Proud Boys or something? What's going on? Oh no. Oh boy, Ascension Dildo says we're all a little racist as our lizard brains. Man, it seems like it's getting worse though. Let me tell you a secret. I thought you were gonna say so. I wasn't expected. Alt-right confirmed Ascension Dildo. That's not the secret I was gonna expect them. It's not really that though. I mean, that's whatever you think on that. That's your business. But that's not why everyone's that mad at Simu. At least I don't think so. Maybe it is. Maybe call it prejudice, if you will. Maybe. I definitely feel like there's a lot of attack on Simu Liu, but I don't think it's that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's just slow news. I think in a different news cycle, the joke would be no one cares about Shang Chi, but it wouldn't be this big of a deal where people are constantly going at them so much that they're defending people that hate them. I'll be honest though, some of the reaction tribalism, I get, yeah. But you know something? Here's why here's why I'll push back on the racist thing. I would call it tribalism before I call it racism, and here's why: because certain cultures, even if they have different ethnic certain people will culturally click together, even if they have different phenotypes, right? So I would say cultural tribalism is would still or local tribalism, geographical tribalism was. I mean, now in this day and age where everything's spun around, everything spun. Yeah, but like I think naturally there's tribalism is a cultural thing. I think that's a good argument for what's happening because we're the non-woke people and we have to yell at woke stuff bad. He said he want Asian representation, therefore he's bad. I mean, is he? Fuck. He's just an actor in Hollywood. He's not. If he's not attacking the fans and all he's doing is attacking some execs and saying he didn't say he was the first Asian positive role model. It was relative to the MCU. Stop attacking him. But it's a slow news day. And there, you know what? Here's where tribalism is relevant. And I'll just say this is a fucking echo chamber. I love everybody. Vegas. I didn't go, but it looked like it was amazing. I know a lot of people had good times. This is a fucking echo chamber. That's just it. You don't need a space echo. You don't need a reverb. You don't need a plate reverb. You don't need a lexicon reverb. I know I'm nerding. Like, what the fuck are all these things? But nothing. This is a echo chamber at times. And this is Simu Liu. There's tribalism in it because we're anti-woke and he said something about representation, therefore bad. Yes, and since you do those, says true that, not racism, prejudice, and tribalism. Yeah, I would say that a little bit over racism because I feel like cultures tend to dictate things. Now, a lot of times that is also on ethno lines, and then nowadays they're pushing racism horde. Yeah, this is still an echo chamber, and that's what it is. Not to say it's similar. Shang-Chi is going to make a lot of money? Probably not. But there's people rooting for it. Reading the reviews. What other movie have you had people read the fucking reviews for? And there was multiple places talking about all these representation. Not since Last of Us 2 or something like that. Nobody get like Simu Liu and Shang-Chi. Come on, bro. Who cares enough to read the reviews? Why are you trying? Listen, Don't you know you should actually want this movie to be successful? Because part of Bob Chapek probably being disparaging, calling the movie a data point, part of that was just like, I don't really want this to be successful because we're in a lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson, and if you get something that goes day and date or doesn't go day and date, seriously, how old are you? I'm in my 30s. Didn't really think about race that bad until recently, past 5 years. I'm in my 30s, mid 30s. What about you? But yeah, I'm joking about the alt right thing. That's a joke. But I just think, like, man, everyone's kind of just attacking Simu Liu and this thing where it really would be a relevant news story in a different news cycle. But back to why you would want this movie to be successful if we are in the quote unquote anti woke sphere, and if this is a culture war indeed, which is, I don't know. It's a bunch of people trying to make money, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no anger at that. But you would want this movie to be successful because of that lawsuit. If it outdoes Black Widow, that makes it more likely for Disney to have to pay up, or better, have their shit in open court. That's really kind of what I would love to see shit get on the record. But man, I just think somewhere along the lines, slow news cycle, one person kind of started to pile on Simu Liu and then the Shang Chi thing, and one person piles on and another person piles on. And listen, I'm not in saying this. Am I doubting the genuineness of any channel? No, I'm not calling any channel not genuine. I just feel when I see a pattern and it's just like it just jumps out on me. Maybe it's the autism. I don't know. But it jumps out on me. It's just something, I don't know. And lizard brains, as far as looking back, what did I miss? What do you mean, you people? Been this culture war since the aughts. Been this culture war since the 20s, the first time. We've been in this culture war thousands of years. Keep it a whole buck. Because this is not just a culture war; it's something spiritual. There's a reason these motherfuckers are always with bunnies and kids and crazy shit. If you want to keep it a whole, but this goes back since the dawn of man, since the man is fallen. This is what it is, Ascension Dildo. 24 hours news cycle is a bitch, and that's what it is with the YouTube thing. And I'm not being disrespectful to anybody. This is more evidence for me wanting to, you know what, maybe I need to take a step back, because I don't like thinking with this sort of mindset. And I have thought with this sort of mindset. I'm not trying to, this is not judgment. Ain't nobody on trial. But it's just noticing, like, okay, this is not really based upon what Simu Liu did. Like, Simu Liu didn't say this isn't for 40-year-old white men. He said some goofy shit, said some corny shit. But shit, he can say whatever about Bob Chapek. Fuck Bob Chapek. He's just a corny woke actor. But that there's a little extra heat, 24-hour news cycle mind. And otherwise people would be joking about how nobody cares about this movie. By the way, I'm still interested in the movie. In the movie. I mean, is it gonna be some masterpiece of film though? It's probably gonna be trash. And you know what? You get your Marvel's Katie doll now. We saw what happened with the damn Rose Tico dolls. Because nobody bought them, they became rare, and now see what the fuck a Rose Tico goes for. Probably nothing that I mentioned it. That's how I got in this situation. Sparking and going to get some meat. Thinking, man, what the hell's going on with this Simu Liu thing? Why is everybody talking so much shit? Because, I mean, who really cares about Shang Chi like that? But it's a slow enough news cycle on Marvel. It's still a Marvel movie. And one person makes a video about it, the next person, make a video. Now everybody hashtag quote unquote is talking about it. And now everybody's bashing Simu Liu. And if you tried to explain this to someone who's normie, they would say, what the fuck? So he So you hate him because he wants more Asian people in his movies? No, it's the culture war and it's the Catholic. What? If you can't explain it to a normie, ask questions about it. I can explain a lot of the shit I say to normies. I can even explain how I feel about the jab to a normie. I can say, hey, it's not 100% effective. Why would I get it? People still getting it, even though, they're jabbed. That's all I got to say. I don't need to have the government authoritarian. No. Keep it simple. If you can't explain it to a normie in a few sentences, then you need to think about it. Yeah, hell mighty flawed. Still watching love kung fu movies. That's what I'm looking for. And yeah, I get it. It ain't racism. It's him acting like he was the first and other folks ain't been doing kung fu movies. I thought he said it in context of the MCU. Katie, yes, get Katie. And I'm not gonna even put that word up there. What to? Because I don't want to get. You know what? Fight. And I disagree with it. I don't. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get into his life, and I don't want to get any more dings for all the shit I say. But I feel like he's getting a bad rap. Shout out to everybody who's Insomnia. Hell, rough girl, and I got your super chat. Thank you. Rather see Kung Fu Hustle too. But yeah. Haha, jab. Got some gelato from a friend. About to spark it with my coffee. Enjoy. Stop Kung Fu hate. Yeah, stop Asian hate. Guys, I get it. Slow news cycle. Kind of a woke actor. You know something else about Simu Liu? This may sound like a hot take. I kind of respect him. You say, why would you respect him? At the end of the day, like he said some goofy dumb shit, right? Or some corny shit. But like I see a guy who's probably been shat on by Hollywood. Like Hollywood is racist. Like make no mistake, they're racist. They're everything they project upon everybody. They're terrible. They're terrible people. So I can imagine going through the Hollywood system and dealing with a bunch of bullshit. I mean, we've had Clifton Duncan. He talked about how they give you that disparaging shit, that everybody hates Chris shit. Like, oh, you must have been such a poor black guy. You know what I mean? So you deal with all this crazy shit, and then you have a fucking CEO of your company talk, and I still don't understand. There's no real defense for a guy who's the CEO of a company calling something his investors have spent hundreds of millions of dollars on a data point and nothing more. Like that just seems asinine in and of itself. So he disparaged the project, maybe not along racial lines. Maybe it was because none of us can read this bald head motherfucker's mind. And because, well, fuck, I mean, Ike Perlmutter used to work for Marvel. He said there was no difference between Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle. So, like, that, it's not like it's not there. But you got a guy, goes through the Hollywood system, and now this is his first chance to really, this is as close as Simu Liu will ever get to being a megastar. He will never get this chance again. And he has the balls to talk shit about a CEO. Is it all on woke lines? Yes. But not everybody is going to talk shit about the CEO. And again, I don't like Disney. And I don't like Bob Chapek. So I just something like, you may be a kind of a cornball, but I can respect having enough nuts to take that cornball all the way to where you talk shit about Bob, or you go back and clap back at Bob Chapek. And again, I do have a horse in the race, so to speak, with not being pro Disney. What too? Says fuck that shark. Title to your opinion. We are not an echo chamber here, and I don't expect everyone to agree with me all the time. A2 loved it. I'm not sure. I can't remember what you were talking to there. And hey, rough girl, again. Used to love Marvel. I saw. A lot of these actors don't believe in that woke crap. They have to virtue signal to keep working. That's also true. Essential dildo. That's also true. Very true. A lot of actors have the virtue signal. But I think Simu Liu and Shang Chi are getting a little bit more than they deserve. Nobody's attacked them, or nobody. They've attacked no fans. They've only attacked the execs that hate us. Is Simu Liu the first Asian actor of relevance? No, obviously not. We were just talking about Jet Li, Jackie Chan, all the great ones. Of just the recent era, obviously Bruce Lee. But I mean, Marvel hasn't really had it. And I think that was the context of what he was saying. I care so little. I thought, I should look at the interview beforehand. But really, I'm only going to go like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then go to bed like I should have done. Everybody just needs to relax and dance. You can't, when you're dancing, you can't be mad. I guess you can dance mad, dance with anger. Remember when crumping was the shit? I get what you're saying. This was nothing. I guess the thing is, I got a bar from what too. There are things, you know what it is? There are things to be really pissed at in this world. Simu Liu ain't one of them. He really ain't. I'm not saying you can enjoy the content, we can laugh, you get, but the Simu Liu thing, the Shang Chi thing, it's a result of a slow news cycle and a bunch of people who have the 24-hour news cycle mindset, who are content creators, and all the best to them. I hope they make a lot of money and everything, but it's nothing. Don't believe the hype. You ain't gotta watch the movie either. You ain't gotta agree with me. You ain't gotta like Simu. I got a little respect for. I know what too is like what the fuck. Yeah, Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit is also. Sorry, we say hi to Rough Girl. But yeah, Mosh Pit or One Rough Girl. And Vibrate, Essential Dildo trying to slide in. Uh-oh. But yeah, I don't. Simu Liu is not the thing. Shang-Chi is not the thing to get up in arms on. This is not even. If this is a part of a culture war, Shang-Chi has no element to it. This is a movie that was made for China, that was too racist for China, which is awesome. Shows how competent Disney is. That even they can't even pander right. And another thing, because of that, because it was made for China, probably won't be as woke because they know they don't know enough. But I don't see them. Maybe they will cuck out Shang-Chi. I think it's just gonna be a kung fu movie with CG. That's all I expect it to be. I'm not expecting fucking Casablanca or some shit. I'm not expecting a Godfather. Simu is a retard. Yeah, hey, not asking you to like him. Not yet. Just contextualize a lot of coverage. That's all I really want to do with this stream. Just contextualize a lot of coverage. It ain't that deep. There are people like my thing is you ain't attacking the fans. I'm still probably gonna talk shit about you. I talk shit about stupid people. I ain't saying the kid is and Rough Girl got all the boys to the yard. I'm not saying he's not annoying or not kind of whiny entitled. I thought it was weak that he fucking way back when. So he had a tweet from 2012 or something talking shit about Nicki Minaj, which you're allowed to not like music. Just like you guys are allowed to disagree with me and not like Shang-Chi and not like Simu Liu. You're not allowed to not like Nicki Minaj's music. I don't. And I kind of never had. There's songs and verses, but for the most part, I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. And he backtracked and oh my god, and I get why he's a bit obnoxious. He's obnoxiously woke. So if I get disliking him. It's a bit much. Until he starts attacking fans, until he starts like being disrespectful to us or to specific people. This is like again, there's other things to worry about going on now. And what's going on from Keely Child? Gotta hate everybody and what's going on. What's going on? I'm just trying to contextualize the coverage of Shang-Chi and Simu Liu. What too is going on with Gross? Yeah, Missy Elliott's she's way better than Nicki Minaj. That's like they're not even in the same tier or class or plane or anything. But I just feel like it's too harsh and it's just news cycle. If there was a bigger story, the Simu Liu thing would have came and went. It would have been a footnote. But it ain't. It ain't. I don't think it's a. I don't think people would have cared. I don't think you would have had so many content creators making content about it. Um, I couldn't tell you their metrics. I haven't done enough stuff on it, and I'm out of at least for now. Who knows if somehow this becomes successful in 20 years? But I'm not in the habit of metrics and what is it people doing? That's why I'm just tossing the stream up right now in the middle of the night. And apparently, there's a lot of people going, and a lot of people who are insomniacs like me. Just like one rough girl says, it's almost 2 a.m. Can't sleep, too much dancing. Wrench in time. Somebody asked for a wrench. How long till they run out of stuff to cancel people for? It's like they broke a crayon in preschool. Oh boy, George. Time won't get you. Time. I'm too tired to remember the lyrics. Time makes lovers feel like they got something real. And I don't have all tunes, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I have it, but I don't have it like active and shit. Yeah, that's pretty much. This is a short stream. If you just showed up late, you can go ahead and watch the playback. This is a short stream, kind of almost a blunted thought and sort of a joke with the versus the alt right. I don't think it's an alt right attack. But I do think people are being, I don't know if unfair is the word. This is just a bit much. It's just a bit much and a bit echo chambery. Rolling Stones, No Foss, short and sweet. Hey, Arthur, now that you're here, you were commenting in one of my videos. Actually, I think it was the video I did on Saturday, stream I did on Saturday, saying there was another round of bickering. I mean, if you don't want to talk about it there, you can comment on it, and you can either comment in the same thread, or you can drop a message in the chat. It's up to you. No idea what we're talking about. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Now you know what we're talking about. You're a cool dude. All I talked about was the fact that I felt like even though I understand Simu Liu is annoying, there's just a little bit extra coverage in the community. And I think that's because of the news cycle. Doesn't mean people aren't being genuine. Doesn't mean there's nothing, there's nothing to be annoyed at. Just means it's a little bit extra for what it really is, because he's not attacking fans. He's just goofy. He's just a goofy, corny dude. And I guess Arfar says whatever beef it was over, which is probably a good thing. I mean, I don't know. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think a lot of people need to just sometimes just talk it out. It's okay to talk it out. What two love? What two loves music, all kinds. Yeah, I grew up with a bunch of different stuff. I grew up on the Boy George and stuff. Oh man, I've finally heard about this ABBA and Preach and Fresh and Fit thing. Oh my god, it shows everything I hate about this community too. How many motherfuckers are in this quote unquote? They're all liars. They're all liars. Fucking what's the guy? Derek Jackson. He was like this super like simp. When he cheats on his wife, or he's be good to your woman, cheats on his wife. This one guy, Donovan Sharp, telling you not to marry women and only date hot women. And he's with this like frumpy 40-year-old he's married to. And then you have, and I can't, it was a Fresh and Fit, I think, because I know of these people, but I don't know these people like that. Fresh and Fit. They talk, you don't buy pussy and all this shit, and they're like major simps. One of them has like a sinking arrangements. Like, this is just goofy. This is there's a reason I'm like, I'ma be chill on this YouTube shit. Oh boy. I didn't see the thing. Sorry, on Twitter, Gary's wife and Melissa. Well, my contacts with Gary Jesse. Then Rob Gallo went on the Mecca. Oh, I see. So that's why you only hear me talk about music. I like that. I'm trying to get back into music. I used to do music. A lot of it's I can't find it anymore on the internet. I'll have a hard drive. That's the only thing that even exists. Show my prior career. I guess it's fitting. and I have keyboards and shit, and trying to like I've tried to rearrange it to do more music. And yeah, PUAs or PUAs, biggest sense pickup artists is what it stands for the normies. Yeah, and yeah, the internet, they will find those receipts. If they ever find my music, that'd be dope. A name on SoundCloud too, but I because it's like my real name, actually inspired the whole Vigilante Williamson character. Um, I it was like Drake and Pusha T, but I hopped off of it, and just let it go, and there's somebody else on it now. But I had the name it is. And all that music's gone, but I'm trying to do more music, and I was been watching like a lot of like Spitfire audio. They interview these composers, and then they have these hundreds of thousands of equipment. And they're just in regular rooms. They're not really going through. They do some treatment, and then they'll have like cheap stuff, and you just learn like, man, and they'll say, I don't even know if this is better than plugins. This keyboard I don't even know how to use, and it's just so funny to see that these people with all this expensive ass equipment for music aren't like it's not that big of a deal. And I was lied to as a kid. Oh, you need all this shit. No. You know, I like the shit I have. And everyone just does their shit on computers and just uses cheap shit. I mean, they had really expensive shit too. But let's just go through the comments. I've been pre-smoked them so thoroughly. It was like Drake and Pusha T all over again. Time is on my side. Says, oh, what too? I know nothing but love karaoke 2.0 for the other stuff. Because I'll have a pass and I got a boneyard in my closet. Hey, you're not on trial. You're not on trial. No judgment. No judgment. But hey, I guess, you know, if everything's squashed with what RFR is talking about, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I didn't check the Twitter because I don't use Twitter. Thank God that anyone checks out, you know, my shit. The only thing you'll look at me and see, or look at my Twitter and see, is me posting streams. That's like all I do is post streams on Twitter. All right. Oh man, rough girls dancing with a dog. Man. But all right, guys, I've gone quite long enough. I know I've been trying to like re-explain because people show up late because YouTube doesn't toss out your notifications till like a half hour in, 20 minutes in at least, half hour, whatever it is. So now that more people are showing up, more Insomniacs are great, are showing up. And oh yeah, plugins are great. I have plugins. I have a lot of plugins too. I have plugins, keyboard. I got enough to make something good. It's just do I have talent? Is it all gone? Or was it ever there in the first place? The Cars drive. Shout out to the Cars. Yeah. Bedtime. Thanks, RFR, for the word, the scoop on what's going on. And thank you, Ascension Dildo, for bringing up that fit, fresh and fit. Never believe gurus, man. Never. You know what? In general, before I'll sign off on this, never worship anything in the flesh. Never pedestalize man on any account. Man cannot direct his own step. We don't know what the fuck we're doing on this planet. And like never, ever, 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 ever pedestalize somebody because you think they're smarter or you think they talk a lot or you like what they say. Learn to just like something in context. Because when it comes to, worship, man, there's a lot of hero worship, even in this community. The hero worship. The fresh and fit and all these PUA and red pill motherfuckers. There's a lot of, first love yourself. You gotta love yourself. You gotta have some respect and love for yourself. A lot of these people, listen, some people are just listening to some. There's some information about being cautious and being in relationships. Y'all know I could be funny, joke, and I'm not really, because now is not the season for relationships, especially with me and everything I got going on. But like, these relationship gurus hit on something and then attract a lot of lonely and or bitter people, whether they're male oriented or female oriented, and then they'll feed you a bunch of bullshit based on whatever they hit on because it's what they think you want to hear. And it doesn't have to be authentic at all to what they're saying. Same thing about any of this content creation. That's why I'm like sometimes thinking about quitting. I'm not really going to quit, but I'm going to scale it down. I'm not going to give because I don't want to be inauthentic. I don't want to just like, oh, Shang Chi looks bad, guys, and let's all hate it because we're all supposed to hate. No, I'd rather what to look at me sideways by me being honest and authentic with how I really feel, than just go along with the fucking crowd and worship everybody. Oh, well, this is what all my favorite YouTubers said, so I'm gonna say it too. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. So be yourself. Don't pay anybody mind. Me neither. Don't look at me like I'm somebody. I'm just a fat motherfucker in a room in the middle of nowhere talking shit. And twatter, shitter, whatever. Yeah, be you, bro. That's and you do the same. What too? All you guys, rough girl, be you. I already see you being yourself in the chat, talking about dancing with your dog. Be who you are, man. Be who you are. You never had to be anything different. Them boys never had to lie. They should have just been outright with the simp. And if they were going to be simps, they should put it out there. Oh, wait, now you're gonna have to watch the playback. I've been resetting. Basically, I was the main focus on the stream was Simu Liu and Shang Chi, and me feeling like the 24-hour news cycle of the fandom is giving him a little more extra hot sauce than he otherwise deserves. But I appreciate you showing up. I hope everything's well with you. My man, the Wait Down, does have a GoFundMe. Please show him love and support as far as that goes. And hopefully next week I'll be able to help that out when I get checked. And yeah, you can send for Rough Girl. You don't have to send for Simu Liu. It's okay to send for Rough Girl. A lot of people are sending for Rough Girl. If that avatar is to be believed, she's a pretty young lady. So I get it. Oh boy, another can of worms. Which demonized publication was that? Was that New York Times? Said that about Larry Elder? LA Times? Oh boy. You know what? Just fuck the elites. Fuck the horse. Fuck the horse they rode in on, and the stable they got it from. Fuck them all. All right, guys. Peace.
Some motherfuckers are